Hello, and welcome to Khyber Shards, a 5th edition actual play show set in the Eberron campaign world. Tonight's episode is brought to you by Hazard's Underwater Salvage, a Warforged-owned company. You can't breathe underwater, and we don't have to.
Excellent.
Eric, what happened last time?
The gang's back in town. The party arrived back in the mansion and immediately had to jump into action to go kill the unspeakable horror that has been living in our basement. We got to meet our characters met our other characters, the students. And Thora had some very strong words for us as a collective. Also, the students now know that Arlo is a changeling. So that's also Ari's bad again. But yeah, I need to start keeping track of who does and does not know who Ari is in my notebook. I'm just not.
Oh man, you better, because I'm not going to remember to keep track of it. I had a hard time keeping track of it while you were gone. Like in the 3 episodes that I recorded without you, I had a hard time keeping track of it.
We didn't struggle with that.
Yeah. Oh, I know.
So the last thing that happened in order was Thora asked you all to watch the mansion so that she could write some letters and make sure nothing bad happened. And then Pog announced that he was leaving to go and do something else.
I asked if it would be a bad time.
And everyone assured you that apparently Thora didn't mean it. So, yes. Pog is heading off into the city for 2 errands. To get Mo a new t-shirt and to go find out if he still has a girlfriend.
You gotta ask. Never a good sign.
You're not wrong. Oh, you're not wrong.
So that's where we'll pick up. Everyone else is no one else was leaving. Everyone else was staying back at the
Ari's. Yeah.
Because Ari didn't want to have to reintroduce himself. Presumably Ezri is going to check on exactly what happened in his bedroom. And I don't know, Shade's tired? Or
Shade's
just
watching The Mansion.
Shade's taking Thora at her word.
See, we're fine. Shade's got this.
That's Shade's thinking. You're fine to go. Good.
So, you can... Getting the t-shirt is no problem at all. Carl is happy to see you and is perfectly glad to get you a t-shirt. So you are easily able to acquire a Kolos Crusher t-shirt.
Are shirts the only merch that he has for Kolos Crusher?
At the moment, yes.
Okay. Then just the one shirt.
Yeah.
What is the state of merch in Eberron?
I feel like we're creating it as we go.
Yeah, apparently enterprising barkeepers taking advantage of local celebrity. It's interesting. There's really only a couple of places in the lore in Eberron, at least presumably it exists everywhere, but there's really only a couple of places in the lore in Eberron where we see sports in existence. There's a big flying aerial race in Sharn every year. And there's the Red Ring in Stormreach. And then there are a couple of games that are mentioned. Like there's a shifter version of rugby that's like rugby without the rules, without all the safety. That I think that's there might be others, but yeah. Anyway, so yes, you are easily able to acquire a t-shirt and can then make your way over to the marketplace. Approaching Black Iron, it's in the afternoon, we'll say. You start to walk across the marketplace, approaching Black Iron, and you see Hular and his sons are manning the booth. You can see that Solarka is at the forge hammering on something with her her hair is pulled back, and she's got a big apron on. Her arms are bared, and little stains of soot and oil and things like that. She's clearly been at it for a bit. And as you walk up, Hular looks up and sees you, and you see Hular sort of straightened from his posture, leaned over a table, and is just thigh width arms fold across his chest.
But he has arm width thighs, so it's
Oh, just turned him into a fever dream nightmare.
he can't skip
just
leg
stands
day.
there,
Hular.
right?
Can't skip leg day.
Hello, Mr. Hular.
Bug.
How are you? Yeah, I'm good too. I at my house, my boss, I was told that Solarka was looking for me, and so I was gonna see if I could talk to her, sir. Please, sir.
And he just sort of jerks his head back and then goes back to what he's doing.
We'll walk around and try to get Solarka's attention from like peripheral.
She is leaned over. There's the rhythmic ting 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 as she beats out the head of an axe.
That's coming on nicely, huh?
She glances over her shoulder. Hello, Pog.
Hi.
She continues hammering.
Solarka. So Thora told me you were looking for me?
We'll have to speak up. She continues hammering.
So you were trying to find me and wanted to talk to me?
She said you were away on business for the school. Hammering.
That's not right. Exactly. I was with my friends for shade.
There's an enormous puff of steam as she heaves the axe head off into a basin of water in front of you.
Could we like talk a little before you hit more things? Because I just got back and she said to come talk to you, and I came straight here. Like, she yelled at me and I came straight here afterwards. Are you gonna yell at me too?
I did not know you were leaving.
Yeah. I didn't either when we first started all of this. It's gotten kind of crazy, but it's done, I think. I don't have to go anymore. Anyways, I don't think.
You had to leave right away?
No, but we thought we did. Because Shade woke me up real loud and said, we have to go right now. And she needed help. And so I went. Shade needed help, and Ari needed help. And my other friend needed help. You'll need to hear his poem, I think. This is... Shade really needed help and was very serious and said, we have to go now. And so
I'm Shade's
went-
friend.
Yes. You definitely are.
I can't help.
You could. There are
Where did you go?
the Feywild.
How did you go into the Feywild?
Which time? Because so there is a teacher man kind of at the school who read us a book, and we woke up in the story. And then we came back not in the story, and then went to a tree. This is all true. This is what we did.
What is this tree you used to travel to the
I
Feywild?
don't. It's with the giants.
Of Rushime.
Those ones. Yes, we made a
She
friend.
just sort of points generally in that direction. So you were just over there leaving and couldn't stop by and say,
We should have. I should have. There was, while we were doing these things, a lot more fastness that we needed to do these things with. And I it wasn't my adventure. It wasn't my emergency. And I just needed to be along to help. I'm sorry. I should have told you. I should have tried to invite you, but I should have told you. But
And he's going to reach back and pull out a displacer beast spike.
I did think of you while I was out there.
if I am part of your life that matters, it shouldn't be that you just leave town without me knowing.
I agree. And I'm still sorry. Very much. You're the first person that's not Shade or Ari or Esri that is a part of my life. That I want to stay being a big part of my life. And if you were at the house, you would have come and knocked for help. We all would have run to you also. I mean, I would have. And then I would definitely have made them get up and run with me. But if you needed my help right now, I wouldn't run away to tell them. I would run to help you. I'm not good at people that matter, but I want to get better.
All right.
Pug's going to hold one hand out
towards her, just kind of a low raise in her direction.
She reaches out and takes the displacer beast claw. What is this?
It is the grossest thing you could imagine.
And we'll start. I mean, if she is still working, I'll talk here. If she's amicable, we could get some bacon, and then I have so many stories, and I want you to know more of the things that we did.
You can come back tonight. I have work right now.
Okay. Pug is gonna go about halfway distance and see if she's going to turn and deflect his quick peck on the cheek. One of those feel outs, see if it's allowed, and then
She turns back to her work.
Pog takes the swerve and heads home.
Ari's gonna have to start wrapping that bacon around some Brussels sprouts just for Pog's health.
Bacon wrapped sprouts. I'm trying to decide.
It's good. I've done it.
It's good. It's real good.
Okay.
It's real good. Sprinkle some Parmesan. We have a bunch of episodes to record. I got to stop with this line of thinking.
So back at the school, Ari, you were expressing a need to talk to Forge.
Yes. Because only so many people can say, hey, that armor is going to get you killed before Ari treats it with some urgency about getting the armor to not in a state where it's going to get him killed. So.
Forge is in the process of repairing the dining hall.
Hey, Forge. Crap.
Hello, Ari.
Oh, you're...
Forge was in the room.
Okay, gotcha. Fair enough.
When you did it the first time.
Hey, I was wondering if you could do me I don't want to say a favor because I'm more than happy to compensate you for your time, but I have this new armor and shield. You see?
I do.
With all the writing on it. I've been told that this writing, if the wrong people see it, will want to kill me and take the armor back. So I was wondering if with your mark and what I've seen you be able to do with manipulating matter, if you could just smooth it all out. Or jumble it to where it looks
You
like...
should remove the armor.
Yeah, okay, yeah. And Ari starts taking it. Or if you want to make it into a different
Forge
design
walks.
or something, whatever.
Forge walks over and leans down and places their hand against the armor and stares. I was going to say stares intently, but Forge doesn't have eyelids or blink on a regular basis, so I'm not sure.
Forge always stares intently.
that their face becomes more or less intent.
Explicitly, intently.
And after a moment, Forge looks up. There are voices in this armor.
Creepy. What do they have to say?
They do not speak to me, but there are intelligence in this armor.
So if you were to do something to it, would it harm the intelligence in the armor?
They might resist my attempt.
Could I help you in that attempt?
Perhaps. What is your skill in artifice?
I mean, I know a lot about the arcane arts in general, so I imagine artifice would fall under that umbrella to a certain extent.
Perhaps.
I am very smart. Not to toot my own horn, but I am a smart fella. And I know that artificers use intelligence in general as their primary source of power. So I feel like I could be a decent artificer if I tried.
Very well. I will attempt to alter the shape of this armor.
Okay.
The intelligences living in this armor may not like it.
Okay. Well, I don't have any way that I know of to talk to him. And,
We should attempt this in the lower levels.
okay. We got a hole in,
I do not know what their capacity to resist me is.
fair enough. Ezri, can you come talk to my armor?
Wait, where are you right now?
In the dining hall is where
Dining
Forge
hall.
was.
So that the balcony overlook? Does the
No.
balcony overlook that? No. Okay. So you wait a little while and then. What?
I think
Why are you yelling?
I think my armor's got a Gelaire situation going on, so I need you to see if you can talk to it and yeah. Oh,
Sure, I'm real good at talking to Gillet. Yeah,
they might
I'll try.
they might
sure.
hate you though. Wait, hold on, because of who this armor came off of. Don't mention. Well, if they can hear us right now, then oh boy.
Hey, armor.
I mean, nothing happens.
Yeah, you know what? These are the
Look, if they're aware, like
Yeah.
if they're aware, there's
Yeah.
no way you hide what
Yeah.
happened.
These are like
'Cause they watched
these
it.
are like the families of dinguses that tried to murder Ezri. So you know what? Yeah, let's just roll with it.
I'll
Leaning in.
just be walking up to the armor and like knock on it. Go, armor.
Is that how you got the bus to work the
Armor,
first time?
stop
Is you
dreaming.
knock on it? Is that how that worked?
Nothing happens.
The way I find best to get Gillette's attention is to do things he doesn't like.
Well, Forge, you thought they won't like this, so I guess speak now or forever hold your peace, spirits in the armor. Let's go. We don't have a key to the downstairs, do we? There's a hole in the base.
I do.
Oh, you do?
The door, however, is in Mistress Trevine's office.
Hold on. I can try one more thing if you want.
I mean, go for it.
I'm going to use Speak with Dead.
Okay. As you do, you become aware of an intelligence of some sort emanating from the armor.
It does say it must have a mouth, so yeah. Armor, dead thing inside the armor. Can you talk? Or
An
Rattle?
echo like many voices at the same time speaks into your mind. You are the slayer of our bearer, our scion, Marshal of Shateria Steli.
What do they say?
I don't think that's entirely accurate. I didn't slay.
Ezri, I don't think.
Oh.
That-
Yeah, that guy's dead. How do you feel about a new bearer?
Are you anointed of the death guard? Sworn to uphold the will of the undying court? You who are a defiler of our home Any bearer of the cursed mark.
No, I won't wear you, but my friend, Ari, are you a, that was a lot of words. Are you like down with the Death Guard?
I mean, did they mention an onboarding plan? Because I mean, I'm not against it, but they seem.
There was some anointing. I think I could
Yeah.
grab some olive oil from the table.
I wonder if I could just take this really ancient, like wicked-looking armor with spirits in it to like an armor and just trade it for like some regular half plate, because this seems like a lot of work.
So no, there's not been any anointing here. What
I'm a half
if
elf.
What if we freed you from the armor? Would that be good? If
We are not trapped.
Okay. What about expelled?
Ask them what
Would
would
that-
happen if we altered the appearance of the armor.
You may try.
This isn't. I feel like maybe we just gave them a heads up. I don't know if that's good or bad. What if we just changed how the armor looked? Would you be okay with that? Would that hurt you?
This armor was forged in the deeps of time before the giant uprising.
That's no
Due for
answer
an
at
update.
all.
The first spirit bound to it was its maker, Alarin.
Lauren.
Alarin? Is that their name?
No. Listen, I just say you go for it.
Resounding
they're not
endorsement,
gonna-
Ezri.
Well, they started giving a history lesson. I'm not really sure
Boy.
what their capabilities are.
All right. Well, let's go talk to Ari. Scoops up the armor and shield under his arm. He's like, all right, Forge, let's go see if Thora will let us into the basement.
The basement might not be the best place.
I mean, that's
At
where
the
Forge
moment.
feels like we need to be safe about it, because if like a spirit comes out of the armor and like attacks us, then, don't want it to be around the kids. Although that one gnome has a real
There's
itchy
a-
trigger finger,
just-
but
Well, just make sure you don't pick the room with the hole in the roof.
that will be the plan. So, did you patch that up yet, Forge?
I have been repairing the damage I did to the dining room.
Fair enough. Okay, Ari knocks on Thora's door.
Thora's
He
Dora.
just-
There's a
Steals
long
himself.
pause. And you hear booted feet approaching the door. The door opens.
Hi,
Ari?
Thora. I just had a quick question for later. Sorry to disturb you right now, but once things have settled down a little bit, I'm trying to work with Forge to alter this armor that multiple people have said the appearance will get me killed if I wear it around. But there's an intelligent elf spirit, like the people that tried to kill Ezri in it, and we're trying to change the appearance of the armor. Forge doesn't know what that will do, so we thought we would do it in the basement away from the kids, to be safe. Not right now, because I know you got stuff going on.
Vengeful elf spirits being notoriously safe.
That's why we're trying to do it in a... Okay, you know what?
Forge has a key. When I'm not using my office, if Forge wants to take you down, they can.
All right. Thank you.
Does Forge get a key?
The door closed.
There are many reasons why Forge would get a key and we don't. I don't feel like we need to get into it right
He's-
now.
1,000 times more trustworthy than we are.
Responsible, level-headed.
I mean, at the point that Forge got a key, probably just present.
Yeah, also here consistently.
Not in the Feywild.
Part of the three members of the staff who were still here on opening day.
Yeah, you know what, Forge, if I can't find a better path, then we'll go this route. But you know, once Thor is done doing her thing, I'm gonna go see if I can. I got half plate, a shield, and a really old sword. I'm just gonna go see if I can walk out of someplace with half plate and a shield that isn't possessed by creepy elf spirits, and just call it a day, because this armor is no better than
I got a
anything
guy.
else, as far as I can do. You got a guy?
Yeah.
Do the rest of us know about Gerald? Okay.
Not by no.
Okay.
I mean, I'd have to take it myself. And try to get you some money for it.
Okay. I mean, if he's got the just like for like, then that would be great. But, yep, Forge.
This armor is old.
Okay. Is that good or bad for
That
market?
was a question.
Oh, yes, it is. It is ancient.
Professor Fletcher knows many old things.
Arlo?
Hey, Forge.
Arlo comes out of the kitchen with a lot of coffee.
Hey,
Forge,
Arlo.
when you ask a question, you want to raise your voice a little bit at the end. It makes it easier to tell.
Yes.
Agreed. Arlo, do you know anything about, I mean, Forge pointed me in your direction. I got some elf armor here that contains the spirits of a multitude of spirits of an elf family line of the Undying Court and the Death Guard. Can we get rid of that? Not the armor.
You could attempt an exorcism on the spirits, I suppose. Their age and number would be relevant factors.
How many names are on the armor?
And the likelihood of success. Lots.
I think we got one for each of these names here. If I had to guess. Well,
That is many.
minus one, because if the last one to wear it, well, I don't know. So, yeah, there's a whole we are multitude situation going on.
Fascinating.
Yep. Okay. Well,
There are exorcists in the city. I am not one of them.
okay.
So if you want to get rid of the spirits without getting rid of the armor, I can only presume the need to banish the dead
I
spirits.
honestly don't care about the spirits. I just want the armor to look different. Like, that's all I want. They can live in. I'm not trying to kick anybody out of their home.
Forge's department.
Well, yes, that's that. Boy, we are on the same page in that regard.
Did you ask your mom?
It-
Did you ask your dad?
It is the case that if the undead spirits don't like you for some reason, they may have something to say when you attune to the armor.
Oh, so this is magic armor that I could attune to. Oh,
I assume if there are many, many undead spirits bound to it, that it is magical.
interesting.
Forge speaks up. Yes, this armor is very, very magical and highly enchanted.
Oh, well, I guess maybe I could see what happens if I try to attune to it.
You could.
Thank you, Arlo.
They
I don't know what will
like.
happen. I have no way of finding out other than by you attuning to it. I suppose I could find a library and do some research.
If you were to ballpark,
You could talk to an Irani elf who knows something about the Death Guard. That might be.
yep. If only we had an Iranian
Of course,
health
they might
living
ask
here
how
in
you
the
got
house.
it. It might ask how you got it and have feelings about that.
Yeah. Yep. If you had to ballpark the likelihood of me being possessed by the spirits when I tried to attune to it, is that a thing?
if I had to ballpark the likelihood, I would ballpark it at non-zero.
Those are not odds that I like. Okay. All right. Well, I'll figure it out. I feel like I'm waffling here. So, thank you, assembled, for your help, everyone. This got away from me quickly.
A museum might take it off your hands if you wish a safer route.
I want armor so that I don't get stabbed as much and I don't nearly die as often as I have before.
Sell the armor to a museum and then purchase armor.
Yeah. Is there a good museum in town?
There's the Wayfinder Foundation.
True. I've been meaning to go check in with Hallis anyway, so that might be a 2 birds, 1 stone situation. Okay. Good notes. Thanks, everyone.
2 birds cannot carry a single stone together.
The expression is that you can kill 2 birds with a single stone forge. Like,
why do you wish to kill birds?
well, when people used to hunt for food,
Tastes good.
they would need them to eat the birds.
A stone is not an efficient tool for that.
Well, not anymore, but way back when. And you'd be surprised how much
It seems
damage a
very
stone can do.
unlikely to kill 2 birds with 1 stone.
That's why it's a fortuitous thing when you can manage it. Hence the expression.
The stone would need to be traveling very fast.
Yep. Speaking of traveling very fast, I'm going to head to the Wayfinders Foundation.
Or large.
Not right now, because Thor asked
Ari,
us to stay here, but
I could-
later. Yep, Esri.
I could try to just remove the magic.
But if it's cool magic, then I don't know if I want to get... Well, but I'm just talking about selling. Yeah, I want to just try to attune to it and see what happens, but that seems like the worst option on the table. So, because then I might murder Esri. And while,
Ari, if you need someone to kill you, I'm...
Oh, I know that you'll be at the front of that line, buddy. All right. Well,
So, you don't want me to take it? Because I have to pack, and I have to go that way.
where are you going?
The idiots went into my room and threw a bunch of stuff around and really, really close to grabbing something really dangerous. And that just and my door's broken. So and my window. Yeah. So I need to get my stuff out of
I can fix
here.
those things.
That would be wonderful, but the problem is, obviously, I can't keep my stuff here because some child is going to drink something and then not have a torso.
Yep. That's a sentence that I wanted to hear. Okay. Well, I'm gonna sleep on the whole armor thing and figure it out. But I appreciate the offer. If I decide to go with your guy, then we can go together. Just so you're not, or you can just point me in that direction so you're not troubled by it. So, or not, or you could just go by yourself.
It would be best, probably. Yeah. I'd have to tee that one up to continue using sports metaphors that none of us understand.
Okay. All right. Yeah, you do you. Ari seems suspicious.
Right. Well, y'all are gonna watch the house, right?
I guess, yeah, me and Shake got this. And Arlo here.
I mean, I'm contributing to, safety.
You're contributing in your way, Esri, and that's all we can expect. So, yeah, you do you.
Do you not have a laboratory on the grounds?
I do. It's not. I mean, it's outside. Right, the greenhouse.
It's in a greenhouse.
Yeah.
Yeah.
I don't know that it's that much more secure for this kind of stuff.
I feel like if it's in like,
How secure is it?
You could put a lock
you
on
could
it.
also, Esri, just one note, you could label your bottles so that people know what's in them, so that it's like, is this sports drink or poison? Like, and then they would know if they wanted to keep their torso.
I could construct some sort of cabinet in which to contain dangerous fluids and substances.
What do I think about that? There's some requirements because, so I don't label them because I don't always know what they're going to be. It's more of a process, and keeping them confined could also be bad because you don't really want them mixing together a lot of the time. So
Esri, if
I have already installed a lock on the greenhouse due to the numerous predatory plants that are growing in there.
also, Esri, if you just need some downtime to go, you don't need to come up with excuses if you got somebody that you want to go see. Like, that's like, we've been gone for a while. Pog wanted to go check with Solarka. Like, I didn't mean to impose by like wanting to go with you or anything. Like,
I don't particularly want to see him. I just kind of, I mean,
but I've been there too. Like, I get that. Like,
he's not going to like me bringing someone else around.
no, yeah. I got it.
That would. But he's not at my other lab anyway. That's well, he provides the other lab.
Oh, that's nice. Okay.
That's just part of our arrangement.
Oh, gotcha.
I do not. Gotcha. To
I'll
the record.
I'll fill you in later, Arlo.
Wait, is
this all
Arlo still
sounds-
there?
Extraordinarily sketchy in like 4 or 5 different ways, and I'm not sure which one of them it is.
Well, it's the one where if you want to sell some armor,
Yeah.
Without many questions, you can do that.
A fence. You know a fence.
Well, I mean that's
Oh, that
a possible interpretation of his services. I wouldn't necessarily say that to him.
hey Cal.
You got it, buddy?
Nice. That felt better for me.
It's contagious.
It's catching.
It's like a yawn just
Right.
passing through the dogs.
Well, I suppose if the greenhouse has a lock, we only have to worry about them breaking the glass. Sure, I'll
Should the
arrange.
glass be reinforced?
I don't know how you would do that, but if you can, sure. We'd still need the light to come in. That's important
I can manage that.
for the plants.
Yes.
Well, good.
Would you like help moving things to the greenhouse?
Yes, but you don't have to like just do every task, right? Like it's not. Are we paying you?
I live here.
Yeah, me too, but
Are we paying you? Ari says to Esri.
no, but That's no. That's my point. I mean, he's like, listen, if you're good at something, you shouldn't just give it away. That's all I'm saying.
Shade there. Forge just reaches over and slowly passes his hand down the fused hinge of a door, and it just restores itself while he's thinking this over.
Well, I can definitively say that this conversation has gotten 100% away from me, so I'm going to go.
Very well. I have several destroyed things to fix. Then I will be up to your room to repair your door and window and help you carry things down to the greenhouse.
Right. Okay. I'll be up there. Seeing if... Waiting. I guess I'll wait.
Very well.
Ari goes to find Shade and just says, "Do you know if Esri has a boyfriend?"
This is a question you posed to Shade?
Yeah. It's the only other person that Ari could think to ask. So, but
Nope.
Pog returns, presumably.
Straight to his room.
oh, that's not a good
Okay.
sign.
And time goes by. You are, the greenhouse is secured and the glass reinforced by Forge through a variety of alchemical coatings. Yes, ma'am.
And Shade protected the house because
Shade
nothing bad
protected
happened.
the house. That's correct. Nothing bad happened. Shade watched the house.
Nailed it.
Shade can follow directions.
Ari didn't leave. Esri didn't leave. Like, we were there if something happened.
Pog does not care right now.
And it takes a couple of days to get the school back in order, but once that is done, classes resume, or begin, I guess. Arlo is the primary teacher here in handling most of the basic educational needs of the students. What's the level of participation in the schooling that your characters take on?
Ari was down to teach, so Ari's fine with taking on class load.
What does Ari start teaching?
We had talked about history, music, or theater, or that can be an and as well. It's obviously a small staff at the school, so.
Right.
Pog is doing PE / training, and where he's at in his emotional life right now, the kids have run laps every
It's
time.
just
they've
the
come out.
sad gym teacher stereotype. Like, it's just.
He's literally my high school gym coach, just standing with a Mountain Dew on his belly.
Swinging the whistle on the string.
Nope, not even swinging the
Oh.
whistle. No, the whistle is just dangling around his neck.
Now, to be clear, Solarka is happy to listen to the story that you tell. Like, she does, you are able to go back and tell the story, and she does enjoy it. You have the impression that you are on relational thin ice.
This I will, without trying to eat away from where you're heading us right now, I will say,
Yeah.
it's not just Solarka. That conversation led to a great realization of how bad Pog is at expressing how people matter to him in life. And there's a lot of introspection happening. So Solarka's an aspect, but we're just kind of rough place right now.
Okay. So Pog is doing PE. To what degree are Shade and Esri participating in the educational life of the students?
Shade would love to run an informal survival class. And it doesn't meet regularly, but the kids definitely sigh heavily when they see her coming towards them. Because it's things like, you don't get breakfast today. You have to go catch it yourself.
I just envisioned like a scared straight where Shade kicks in the door of the dorms and is like, the mansion's being attacked. What do you do?
Yep. She thinks that it's the most helpful thing.
Mm-hmm. Awesome. Esri?
The O is a 0. Esri is not interested in the schooling aspect. He's spending his days. He's talking to Jolaire a lot, as much as well. I guess I can't declare that, but he's trying to talk to Jolaire a lot.
Sure.
And he is going around the city asking about, trying to find if there are any Kalishtar enclaves around, and trying to find out anything he can about Vol.
Interesting. Okay. That's interesting. So one day, while Esri's out, Kara.
Okay. So-
Kara and Nasaria. Nasaria, you are outraged.
Yeah.
You have been dragged upstairs
It'll be fine.
by Kara to be a lookout. Because Kara needs to talk to a bust.
But lookouts are only for people who
No, okay,
are
listen,
doing something they're
listen,
not supposed
listen.
to.
He doesn't know what he has. It's decorative to him. It's an ancient artifact of my people, and I want to talk to it. But if I take it, he'll notice that. So he won't ever know that we were here. It's fine.
Or you could ask him, like, with your words
Have you
to his
seen the
face.
way he talks to his friends? I'm not talking to him.
He does not seem like a nice person, but it is his
Yeah,
thing.
well, is it though? Is it? It's in his possession, but is it his? Because insofar as I can tell, he's a Kalishtar, not an Irani elf like me. See the tattoos on my face. So, yeah.
I obviously see the tattoos on your face.
So, shouldn't I have some claim over this thing? There's a spirit trapped in there. Hasn't been able to talk to anybody for who knows how long. So you're doing a service. Come on. I wouldn't ask anybody else to help me. You know that.
You asked 2 other people before me, didn't you?
Pip has cleanup duty and Mo is busy.
That shows good judgment on your part to ask me last.
Is Mo like intensely into gym class despite Hog's?
Yes, but he's always wearing his hoodie. Like, so he's always just like huffing and puffing, and like he's completely unathletic.
Listen, the only reason that
He always looks back at Pog when he's running.
Mr. Pog, did you see that, Mr. Pog?
the only reason that I didn't ask you first is because I knew that we were going to have this conversation about it. Because What do you want me to say? Yeah, I know I'm breaking into another person's room, but there's something in there that I want to talk to you. And I think
I'm glad you acknowledged it. And I kind of seen your argument about how maybe it isn't just his.
thank you.
But I'm not happy
That's
about
fine.
it. Just don't want to destroy myself socially here.
Do you want an apple? And she pulls an apple out of her pocket.
So you approach
No.
Esri's door. It looks newer than all the other doors in the house. And
Did he know you were
who's
coming?
No, the thing tore the door off the hinges. I bet Forge made a new
Right.
one.
Right.
are both of you going in?
No.
Okay, so Nasaria is staying up on the landing. Keep watch. Okay. Kara, you carefully open the door, and I need you to make a dexterity saving
Okay.
throw.
I'm pulling up the survivor cards right now. That's a natural 4. Esri's going to kill a student.
As you open the door,
Eventually.
there's a crack, and a vial attached to the doorpost above the door breaks. And what color?
Just like dark navy.
Dark blue ink drops and smatters across your head and face.
In for a penny. And she pushes the door the rest of the way up.
So, Nasaria, you see this happen.
You deserve it.
Love you too.
You go in, you see the bust in its spot next to a couple of big books.
Okay.
So you know, having grown up among the Irani, you know the basic ritual to do this, and so you take a few minutes and perform a simple ritual to unlock to open a communication with the spirit. And you see a dull glow come into the eyes of the bust, and hear, you are not
Hi.
Esri.
You know Esri?
I
How?
do. He Strider was having dreams. He acquired me from a grave robber.
But he's not an elf. So how?
He seems to have some elven heritage somewhere in his ancestry, and it allowed him to make communication with me through his mark.
Through his mark?
Yes.
So his aberrant mark lets him talk to you?
No, his mark is not aberrant. It is a true mark.
What mark is it?
He is apparently some scion of House Vol in some capacity.
Kara drops the bust.
Ow.
Nasaria is leaning into the
it dings
doorway
the floor.
to watch
Like, I mean,
this.
it's a big stone bust. It gouges the
I mean,
floorboard.
Philip, correct me if I'm wrong, but Gillier just told Kara that she lives with the boogeyman.
Probably,
Okay.
yeah, to a degree, yeah.
As soon as Nasaria,
Was that ever questioned though?
well,
He's always been the boogeyman. You seen that guy sleep?
Nasaria, or
It's not a question you should be able to answer in the affirmative.
as soon as Nasaria starts looking and sees her drop the bust, in spite of the fact that her face is covered with navy ink, her face goes pale, and just starts going,
Which is hard. It started out that
Yeah,
way.
don't break it.
Oh my gods, oh my gods, oh my gods. And like just starts like walking past you down the stairs, just saying that over and over and over.
Nazaria runs in and puts the bust exactly where it was.
And now your hands have ink on them.
And like Car runs back up to the door. He's like, what are you doing? Get out of there.
You dropped the bust. We don't want him to know where well, I guess it's too late for you.
Yeah.
Yeah.
It's too late for me. I can't stay here anymore. He's a member of, so there was this elf house a long time ago that had marks that were deemed too dangerous, and so they were all wiped out. Yeah.
Oh.
Boy, I really enjoyed that you said that with a straight face, considering the theme of our characters.
And it was a whole, I wasn't there, obviously. These are like history stories that I've heard, but like Esri is one of them, like one of the people that like that threatened to like destroy Aerenal, the elves, like it. And so, and he knows that I'm Aerenal, and we
Do you think he wants to
I
destroy
don't
you?
know. He doesn't seem to like me.
I don't think it's just you.
That's fine, but we have to go somewhere and get clean. We got there's a prestidigitation shop somewhere in this city. We can go find one and get this taken care of.
That's a really good idea.
Okay.
Okay.
So you're going to leave the grounds and try to find somewhere to
Prestidigitate. Well,
to get cleaned up.
Yep, I don't have prestidigitate.
And Nasaria asks you all of the questions.
Yeah, I mean,
she wants to absolutely know everything
would
about
relay as much as Kara would reasonably know about Houseful and the mark and all that kind of stuff.
Which is not much and of dubious accuracy. Yeah, basically. It sounds terrible. It sounds very scary.
Dragons.
That's true.
Right.
Evil dragons. Okay. So, yeah. I think we'll pick up there next time. Thank you all so much for watching. This has been Khyber Shards. If you'd like to get in touch with us, you can find links to our social media down in the description, as well as a link to our Discord, where you can post questions for Khyber Shards Answers, which is our question and answer show, which drops every Friday with me and usually one or more of our players. You can also find links to our Patreon, the Geek Pantheon, where you can support this and the other Geek Pantheon shows and podcasts. You can also find a link to Colin's Twitch, where he is Sorry BTR. The O in that is a 0. New episodes of Khyber Shards drop every Monday. New episodes of Khyber Shards Answers every Friday. And until next time, thanks for rolling with us.